The Steelers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Cardinals are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. All right, let's go to Adam Schefter, who's got more on this pick.
This is a guy whose name has been mentioned as the top quarterback in the draft ever since that outstanding head-to-head performance against a fellow quarterback that came into the season with a lot of hype surrounding him. I was told by several organizations that the confidence shown in that game, along with his raw physical ability, had him shooting up their draft boards. Time will only tell if he develops into a franchise quarterback or not, but he certainly has established himself as a player to watch closely in the pre- and early season. I wouldn't be surprised to see him starting by week 5.
Inspires me like a dog inspires a rabbit. Death inspires me like a dog inspires a rabbit. Can you save my every dirty soul? Can you save my every dirty soul? For me.
The Redskins are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Patriots just made their pick. Adam, what can you tell us about Black?
English may not be his first language, but one thing is for sure. This kid can play. Despite only recently moving to the States, he's played American football for years and was one of the top athletes in collegiate sports overseas. He jumped at the chance to play in the NFL and used his final year of eligibility to play for a program here in America. The decision so far has paid off for him, as he was one of the most fun players to watch in college this season. And now his dream has been fulfilled, landing on an NFL team with this pick. The journey has just begun, and we'll see what this European phenom can do in the big leagues.
The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Lions are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Adam, tell us more about Peters.
His final season in school came to an end early when he was dismissed from the team after missing several practices. I wasn't able to find out why he couldn't attend the practices, but I do know that after his third absence, the coach finally decided to bench him. He was on his way to having a decent year, but without him participating in practice, the coaches thought he would be a liability in the game plan going forward. After apologizing to his former teammates, I can see why this team is taking a chance on him. He seems recommitted, but we'll see if that's true come training camp.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
She just jumped inside, stuck it to my chest and told me to drive. I was scared, but she was beautiful, like a movie. She kept looking back like something was coming. Said we ain't slowing down, ain't stopping for nothing. My truck was shaking, my blood was pumping, but she was laughing. I about hit the brakes when we came around the corner. A mile of blue lights aimed and pointed. Whatever she had is what they wanted. And it's all a little fuzzy after that. All I remember is sirens, blue lights flashing and driving. Almost got away, but they found her. She was the choppers, they were swirling around. For every couple of rounds, they ran off a couple, but they wouldn't back down. All I remember is sirens, blue lights flashing and driving.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
Tearing through the red lights, blowing through the stop signs. All I remember is sirens, ringing from the firing. One curve away from dying. Really, all I remember is sirens.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
Seahawks are bringing Baldwin down to the bayou.
Matt Miller told me to look at a certain stat in regards to this defensive back, and that's average number of targets in a game. Not surprisingly, you see that number start to fall each week. He was a master of the bait and switch early in the year, on track to break records midway through the season. Eventually, quarterbacks gave up altogether trying to throw the ball in his direction, essentially taking away a receiver on every play. There's going to be an adjustment period now that he's in the NFL, but he certainly has the potential to be a shutdown defender for this team in the future.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
Those long legs standing on the side of the road. Honda with the hood up, covered in smoke. With thumb in the air, somewhere to go in a hurry.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
And I know she'll be the death of me, at least we'll both be numb. And she'll always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. But at least we'll both be beautiful and stay forever young. This I know, this I know. She told me don't worry.
The Texans are now on the clock.
She told me don't worry no more. We both know we can't go without it. She told me you'll never be alone.
Now that the Jets have made their pick, let's go to Adam Schefter to hear more about him.
Long talked about as a top 3 defensive back prospect, his draft stock fell dramatically after a series of consecutive struggles late in the season against inferior wide receivers. Many speculated that these struggles were due to a series of nagging injuries, a theory which may have been validated by his strong performance at his pro day. I was able to talk with several GMs about him at the Combine, and they told me he possesses the raw physical skills needed to become a top-tier NFL defensive back. 3 skills in particular were mentioned by every GM I spoke to: exceptional physicality at the line of scrimmage, a nose for the ball, and better hands than most receivers they've seen and scouted. The reason for his collegiate struggles may forever be shrouded in mystery, but they'll soon be forgotten if he's able to realize his full football potential.
I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it. I can feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it, but I love it.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
She told me don't worry about it.
Now that Thomas is off the board, Adam, what do you have on him?
The key concern I've been hearing from several GMs is that he simply isn't in good enough physical shape to see significant action early in the season. Even with a full off-season of NFL conditioning, the feeling is that he will not be able to stay on the field every down and maintain that high level of play coaches want out of their guys. The game never slows down at this level. He's going to have to get in better shape if he wants to be an every down player. This is a kid who may eventually make an impact in the league, but it may take an entire year to get his body into the kind of shape needed to make an impact at this level.
Adam, tell us more about this Lane guy.
One of this draft's toughest players, here's a guy who played the majority of his final collegiate season with a broken foot. Long suffering with plantar fasciitis in the affected foot, doctors discovered several hairline fractures across the first, second, and third metatarsals during a routine therapy session. Translation? His foot was essentially shattered. Recovery took months, and he used the time wisely, studying film of just about every NFL team and preparing for interviews. No surprise that he blew scouts and even a few GMs away with his knowledge of NFL offensive schemes. This is an intelligent, hard-nosed defensive back who's going to make his fair share of big plays before his professional career is over.
I had left to give all the reasons I confront. You're my reason left to live. If that ain't enough, oh no, no, tell me why it's not enough.
The Redskins are now on the clock.